Groove is in the heart.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Generation Toy Motor. Or maybe it's Motor to sound cooler, I don't know. But here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So at the front here, we have some very nice artwork of a motor or motor. Maybe I'll call him Motor just because I know it'll bug people. And on the bottom, you just have the rest of the picture. On the top, Generation Toy. On the back of the box, we have warning. Don't eat anything in this box that could be very bad for you. Nothing on this side, nothing on that side. And when we remove the slipcover here, we get a look at Motor's face there, Generation Toy, and on the back, Generation Toy, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have a motor, or Motor. I think Motor sounds cooler, but anyway, motor, whatever you want to call it. It's Groove! We know it's Groove, that's what we're going to call him anyway. It's Groove. And this is the next component of Generation Toy's Guardian, their Defensor, and Groove. Yay for Groove. So here he is in his motorcycle mode, and a very nice looking motorcycle mode, in my opinion. I think they've been knocking the alt modes out of the park, personally. I think the alt modes just look wonderful, in my opinion, anyway. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You do get some transparent plastic right up front there for the headlights. You get some nice silver paint up front. Some silver paint there. You got the nice kind of tinted transparent windshield there. You also get some nice silver and gold there. And the handlebars. Again, with that nice silver. The handlebars themselves are done in a rubbery material here, which is very beneficial because, you know, it's you'll see. But yeah, there's definitely a reason for this. You have some more silver there. You have the seat down in black. You have some gunmetal gray back here. Police, whoop, whoop. And you get some gunmetal gray in there as well. I love the silver they used here for the exhaust pipe. Just really nice and shiny. Looks really good. Also some gold in there as well. But really nicely done. You got the taillights there, done in a metallic red. Looks really good. Some more gold back here. Really, really nicely done. Nicely detailed, in my opinion. And there's the top. There's the bottom. He does roll pretty well, as rolling things should. Of course, you know, he runs the risk of falling over because, you know, it's just the way it is, but still pretty cool. As far as, you know, articulation goes, the front wheel can rotate from side to side. It can also move in and out due to transformation, but hey, it moves if you need it to move. And you do also have this stand right here, and you do also have the more traditional kickstand that you can use as well. So you have options there, and there's always options. Are good. You see this stand holds it more upright there. Now back to the handlebars. Again, you do have the rubbery handlebars here, but you do also get a pair of just hard plastic handlebars as well that you can swap out if you want to. Although I don't know how you can swap these out because I've tried to pull these out and they do not come out. They are in there. I mean, they're really in there, and I don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to risk, you know, tearing these, but they're in there. They do not want to come out. So I don't really know if it's just mine or what, but, you know, in theory, you should be able to swap out the handlebars for the hard plastic ones if you want to. But again, there is a reason for these being rubbery, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But as far as accessories go, he does include his gun right here, little flip down handle. Not a whole lot to it. So, pretty nice looking little laser gun for pew-pewing and bang-banging with the barrel done in silver. And you can store this on the motorcycle. There is a peg right there. And you just plug it into this port right back here. And there is your weapon storage. So, hooray for storage. So, there you have that. And for comparison, here he is with the Combiner Wars Groove. Here he is with the Yes model Groove, which is just an upscaled version of the Make Toys figure. And here he is with his Generation Toy teammates, and this is where scale goes completely out the window. Because as is usually the case, the motorcycle is bigger than a car, also bigger than a helicopter. But hey, that's just the way it has to be for this to work. But despite that, they still look good together. So there you have the motorcycle mode. It again looks quite good in my opinion. So let's get down to a transformation, shall we? Let's! Woo, we got a good spin out of them. So first thing we need to do is just remove the gun, put that off to the side. And first thing we will do is we will go into combine mode. So to do that, we want to just flip this up. Oops, you don't want it to come apart. Flip this up and you stay together. Flip those up, and you want to flip these back. And then you want to just take this whole front section here and just bring this up. It just untabs, and it's on a double hinge. So you just want to kind of rock this back, take the wheel and rotate it to the side, and just swing all of this around. And this is where these rubber handlebars come into play, because you can see sometimes things will get caught on things, and yeah, that's yeah. There is a way around that, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So once you do that, you can straighten out this front wheel. Now the instructions want you to take this section here and just kind of bring it forward. I consider that a do it if you want to step, but you know, per the instructions, I want you to do that. So hey, do it if you want. So now we come down to these sections here. You want to pull them out to unpeg them, and then you're going to rotate them around, and then this will peg in right up in there, like so. And then you want to take this and open it up, and then this will also slide out, rotate around, and this will tab in right in here. Just line it up, push it in, there you go. And then this panel right here, they want you to just swing that down like that. Second verse is same as the first, so just pull that out, rotate around, peg that back in, open this up, slide it out, rotate, and that will tab in on the other side, like so. Bring that down, and there you have his combine mode. So there is the leg mode for groove. Hooray! Hooray for leg modes. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it there. So let's get down to robots mode. So let's just flip this up, untab this. We're going to undo this again, but just to kind of get things out of the way, we'll just compact this up. Flip that up, untab, rotate, tab back in. Now at this point, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But me personally, I remove this whole handlebar assembly. This does come packaged separately in the box. Me, I remove this because it makes life a little easier, because these do get very much in the way, especially when you're transforming the arms. So I get these out of the way. Again, totally optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But me, I'm going to put them off to the side because, you know, I like my life to be a little easier. So once you do that, we can come down here to the exhaust pipe here. That will just untab from the side, and you can take this whole assembly here and just bring that down like so. We can just raise this up so we can now undo this section here of the seat and just bring that up. This section of the seat is also rubber as well, and you just bring that up like that, and at this point you can just kind of sit all this on top of it like so, and that's going to be his backpack. So now that we've done that, you want to come down here, and these are his feet right here, and his feet do tab in to his, what will be his forearms in robot mode. So you kind of have to, well, first we need to take these panels here and slide them out before anything. So just slide these out, and you can say just tab into these little slots right in there. And that frees that bit up, and then you can kind of take this one arm here and just kind of undo it, and you can see a little tab that goes into that little slot right there. So once you undo the one side, it's easy to kind of get the other side undone. And then you want to flip this up, take this whole assembly here, flip that down, and then you can take all of this, and all of this will just extend up like so. His heels do peg into the wheel here, so just untab, you can see right there. Just untab that, and we can now straighten all this out like this. So at this point now, we can split the legs, split all this, and get all this working here. And we can just bring the legs down as well. You can see this gold crotch going on. And you want to take these sections here, bring them out to the side, so you can take this and swing it down, and then bring that back over it. Bring that up, bring that down, bring that back over, like so. And then we come here to this panel, and we want to flip this in, and then this whole assembly here will just rotate up like that. And then we just take the foot, just bring it forward, swing it over. And now this section here will just rotate down like so, and this will, I don't know if you can see where it's pegging in, but it's pegging in right up in here, right in there, like that. So then we open this up again, extend it, rotate it, and this tab right here will go into that slot right there. So you just get that lined up. If you can see what you're doing, there we go. Now just tab in right there like so. And there you have a leg all done. So second pass is going to be just like the first. So just flip this panel in, swing that up, just bring the foot up, swing it out to the side, undo this, bring it down, peg it back in up here, open that up, you stay, and then just swing that around and line up that tab and slot. Oops, I did have it. I had it, and then I lost it. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Boom, right there. And there you have that. So there you have the legs all done. So now we can take his lower body here and connect it to his upper body, and we can rotate him at the waist. And we got that all done. So now we can move on to the upper body. So now we can just undo this little section here, and all this will just unpeg. We can take the arms and just untab them from the chest, bring them out. These sections right here, the police panels, you want to bring up, and as you can see here, if those handlebars were still there, all of this would have been just all up in the way, so that's why I removed these. So you want the arms and just swing them out to the side like so. You just gotta bring this up, get that out of the way. And as far as the arms go, you want to rotate. This is the bicep, so your elbow is oriented properly. You also want to extend the arm there, so there you have your double jointed elbow. And then we are going to get this up and out of the way. We open up this panel here, and we flip out his fist, and these are really tight. There we go. Flip that out, close that up. This panel here will just slide back into the forearm, and this section here will just fold up under the forearm like that. And what we're going to do here with this whole bit is we're just going to bring this up, bring this out to the side, rotate this down like this, swing this underneath, and then bring this forward like that. So that's how you want all that oriented. So then you just bring the arm down, you have this panel here, untab it, this whole section here will swing around to the front, and tab in right there to make the front of his shoulder. Then we can take this police panel here, just bring that down like so, and there you have an arm all done. Oh, actually, you know what? This is my mistake. I believe this actually goes flipped back against the forearm like that, and that goes under it like that. I believe that's how that goes. Nothing. No. I'm looking at the instructions right now, and it's kind of confusing me a little bit. But yeah. Well, the way I did it in the JTI was I had this forward. But you know, if it's supposed to be the other way, then hey, it's the other way. That's fine. Not the first time I made a mistake. Not the last time I'll make a mistake. It's okay. We'll figure it out at some point. But anyway, the second vest is pretty much just like the first. So again, we're just going to get this up out of the way. Rotate the arm outward. Again, just going to get that panel out of your way as best as you can. Rotate the forearm. Extend the arm there. Open this up. Open. Flip out the very stiff wrist joint there. There we go. Close that up. Again, we want this panel to slide back in and slide under. And this, again, will just come out to the side, swing down, swing under, and this does, I know for a fact that this goes pointed forward like that. Gives kind of like a little like arm cannon there. And again, we just take this panel, untab it, swing it around, tab it in, bring that down. And we're pretty much at the home stretch here, so we just open up the chest panel, get in here, and flip out his head. Close that up, and hey, now we'll bring in the handlebars and plug them back in. See how much easier that was with the handlebars not there? Because that would have been all up in the way of this and everything. Yeah, that's just that's not fun. But I think we're done. Oh, we're done. Yes, we're done. I think the back of this arm is going to irk me now. It's going to irk me. The instructions do have it like that, but then this panel, see, so what's confusing me is that when you have this up like this, then this panel kind of doesn't really want to go where it wants to go, because then this is in the way. See what I mean? Like, it's not allowing this to, like, you know, go where it's supposed to go, and that's the way the instructions, if you can see right here, that's where the instructions want this to go, and then that flips over it. You can see right there, you can see, I'm double checking with the instructions. It's what the instructions say, but then, like, this doesn't want to stay where it's supposed to stay. So that just irks me, so I feel like I should just leave it down. While it might not look as clean, it still allows things to sit where they're supposed to sit. But, you know, hey, whatever! Your toy, do what you want with it. That's just going to irk me now. That's going to irk me. It's going to irk my soul. But anyway, there you have motor, whatever, Groove in his robot mode. And he's a pretty good looking Groove, in my opinion. The only thing that's a little off for me is that he has a really tiny waist compared to the rest of his body, but otherwise, looks pretty good. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. You can see some nice gold paint there for the face, that metallic red. Looks quite good. His eyes, honestly, pretty much look kind of black. They are kind of a bluish, but you know, if you don't have any kind of real direct light on it, you can't really tell. His eyes just look kind of black. You got some nice gold paint there on the chest. That metallic red there as well. That nice silver. The golden crotch. You can see how the legs come together here. His big old feet. Move up the back. Not too bad. Not too messy. You know, he's just got the typical groovy backpack going on there. But all in all, pretty clean. And now articulation-wise, the head can rotate. You can look up a bit. You can do a little bit of a squirrel. You can kind of do that. You can look down a little bit as well. Arms can do a full 360, kind of, sort of, although stuff just kind of get in the way, but the arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out at this joint here. Sometimes this panel likes to come undone, which is also a little bit annoying. There we go. And these shoulder panels, you know, you can kind of angle, hey, you can kind of angle this however you want, have them back, have them forward, have them angled up, hey, do what you want there. You do have a bicep rotation, you have a double jointed elbow, but you still don't really get much more than 90 degrees of bend. You do have wrist rotation, the hands do open and close, the index finger is a separate piece, and the other three fingers are just one molded piece together. You do have waist rotation. You technically do have an ab crunch due to transformation, so you can make use of that if you want. Legs Can go forward that far, back that far, outward. He can do more than the full splits. You got thigh rotation. You got 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. And the feet, they can move up, they can move down a bit, and you do have ankle tiltage. So to go back to the back of his arms for a bit, if you don't like, the exhaust pipe here just sticking down like that, you can just bring it back. It won't sit flush. It'll be sitting out, kind of at an angle there, but you can kind of get that out of the way and move this up too. So, you can have things looking a little cleaner if you want. And again, this bit here, you can always just kind of bring that up too. Whatever. As always, your toy. Display it however you wish. Just some extra options there. And as always, options are good. And of course we can give him his gun here. We can just flip down the handle, and it's the typical tab in the slot of the palm method of weapon holding. And you just drop down there, get that tabbed in, like so. Wrap his fingers around it. There you go. You can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and you can also shoot exhaust in your face at the same time. So that's a double whammy. That's a double whammy right there. So there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with Combiner Wars Groove. Here he is with the Yes model Groove. Here he is with Masterpiece Sideswipe. Just so you can get a sense here of the size of the figure. A little bit taller than a Masterpiece Carbot. Here he is with Generation Toys, Optimus Prime. Just so you can see how that works out. And here he is with his Protectobot brothers. So we can see how the team is shaping up there. And they do look quite good together. So there you go. So there you have a motor. He's a nicely done figure. Honestly, their Streetwise is still my favorite figure of this set so far. I felt their Blades was a bit of a step back, but Groove here, he definitely brings it back up a notch. The transformation is pretty smooth, especially if you take the handlebars off. The only thing that really fights you is getting the hands flipped out. They're like really tight, but it's really the only thing that kind of fights you. But otherwise, it is a pretty smooth conversion process. I absolutely love the paintwork on this figure. The golds and the silvers and the gunmetal grays and the metallic reds just really work well together in my opinion. So yeah, 3 down, 2 to go. So there you go. Now if you would like this or any of Generation Toys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the Guardian playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter. All of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Generation Toy motor. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face. Hey Groove, listen, in case you're not aware, we are throwing a surprise party for Hotspot. I got Streetwise getting the cake. I'm still working on the cake. You're still working? How are you still working on the cake? Anyway, I need you to work on the decorations. Oh, well, I could cover the room in exhaust smoke. That would add some ambiance, but could kill us in the process. You should come up with some other ideas, but I'll keep that one in mind. Smoke it is.